Hello and welcome to Idea Box by your one and only Wambui. Today's video is going to focus on a discussion that is very important but still pretty underrated by the corporate sector. So basically what we're going to discuss is on customer service. This is a topic that I feel is quite underrated because people assume that it is more of a pretty smile and pleasantries, and to be honest, we feel that it is more. I have a guest here who's going to introduce herself. She's a friend of mine, a very long time friend of mine. Let me not talk about her. I'll go straight to her to know what her name is and what she does. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Wambui, for having me.
Thank you for being
Such
here.
an honor. Yeah. I'm very excited, by the way.
Yeah.
So my name is Noel Keitani. I am an entrepreneur and a mother. And I own a store, an online store called Entani Online Store. I sell very lovely dresses, as you can see.
Speaking of these lovely dresses I'm wearing, I don't know whether the camera will be able to capture it.
Yeah.
It is by one and only Entani Online Store. Maybe in the description part, I will be able to leave her page where you can find her and you can get to see some of the other outfits that she has. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Remember to turn that notification bell on. And let's go straight to the topic. What is customer service to you, Noel?
Yes. In my opinion, customer service would be that whole process of engaging with me, the reception I get once I get.
Especially the reception, it's quite important.
Yes.
The first reception.
The moment I walk into your door, are my needs being met? Are they being addressed? How are you reacting towards my being there? Am I a bother? Because some places you go, it's like you're a bother.
Yeah.
So yeah, to me, it's very important.
There's a very good experience that I have on how I was treated by a certain seller. Do you have such? There's a story you were telling me, and I feel like you need to share it. Some years ago, that happened to you. Some years ago in a restaurant.
Oh yeah. So there's a restaurant. I don't quite remember the name, by the way. I forgot.
How long ago?
That's about 6 years now. But you see, the impression they left on me, I still remember because of the customer service I got.
From that.
So yeah, this gentleman, I walked into this coffee house, and then this gentleman, I was about 6 months pregnant at that particular time. Okay. Yeah. So this gentleman, he asks us, a table for how many? We were just 2. So we said, 2. We went. I was pregnant and I had cravings.
What were you craving for?
I wanted just a chapati. I didn't want tea. I didn't want anything. All I wanted was a chapati.
Yeah.
So this gentleman apologizes, says, we don't have. So we had to leave the restaurant and go elsewhere. 3 months after I had given birth, this is about 6 months after I had met the guy, the gentleman, I go back to the same restaurant. At the door, he goes, hi, you're back.
This is
we
like
have
how many months later?
Yeah, 6 months later, to be precise. Yeah. And then he goes like, he remembers. The fact that he said, hi, we have chapati at the entrance. I was mesmerized. Yeah. But that was so hooked. I think that day I must have left him a 1,000 tip. Wow. Like I was ecstatic. Yeah.
So most companies assume that customer service is about that pretty sound that talks to you on the phone, or that pretty lady waiting for you to meet you with a beautiful smile. No, it's the assistance that you get from the point of communication, from the point you enter into that shop, you enter into that kibanda or restaurant or anywhere else, that office, the experience that you get as a customer. Every employee in any organization needs to be trained and needs to be part of their customer service philosophy from every department, not just the front desk or the reception.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, that is a very good starting point. Some like 2 weeks ago for me, there's a place I went to buy avocado. Avocado. There's a lady that I'm used to buying, a very elderly lady, just a neighbor to my place. I usually call her Shosho. Okay. But the way she receives me, the way she receives even my kid when I send him to buy avocado, is what makes me want to buy avocado from this person every other time. But I was just going through my grocery shopping and I met some nice avocados. I wouldn't say I met a seller. Yeah. I met some good avocados and said, I need to buy this. So when I went to buy, I meet this guy who is selling now, and the way he was talking to me, he wasn't talking to me literally. His mind was like it was elsewhere. He was not even, he didn't consider me buying avocado important. I wanted to buy several because I mean they look good.
They look good.
They look like they taste really good. I would have bought more if I was received properly. If he paid attention to what I was asking, as petty as my questions were, if he treated me well, I would have left there with several avocados.
For sure.
And I think that, I don't know whether this is something that us women do.
No, it's relevant.
Even when buying something big like property, something that we don't need, but the way you are treated, the way you are received can make you buy more than one.
Or not.
Right? Or not. Yeah, you can just buy, if you really need it, you just buy. Like that time I really needed it and I felt it was really nice. So I just picked one and went my way.
Yeah.
I cannot go there again. As yummy as the avocado was, I can definitely not go there again. So Ketani, you being a young woman, you have bought several properties and you have been in the real estate industry. Apart from you being in the fashion industry, you have been and you still are in the real estate industry. Yeah. These properties that you bought, when did you decide to purchase it? Was it the time you saw the product, or was it on your first point of contact with this specific seller or company or agent or whatever?
Okay. I would say it's at the point where I've already sifted out the companies that, I choose my number one. Then once I go there and the person I meet, that's who decides whether I proceed or not.
So it's the first contact. The first contact.
Yes.
Buying property is not a need.
Yeah.
It is a luxury. It is something. It is more of a luxury. It's not something that people buy every. Si kama mkate utenapa kwa duka you buy.
Yeah.
It is something that you must have thought of. And for me, by the way, I believe when I interact with a woman, a client who is a lady, I feel like they're usually so ready to purchase property. Their minds, our minds are usually focused like that.
Yeah.
When you want to purchase something, you are decided. If it meets your expectations and if you are given a good service, then that is absolute.
Yes,
it's an absolute seller. Nowadays, the companies or agents, let me just say, companies, agents, sellers they're very loud on social media.
Yes.
So assuming, let me say you've met a specific company online, you've met it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, and you see a product that you're interested in. This one we're talking about social media or online inquiries.
Platforms.
What do you look at? How do you choose a seller?
First and foremost, presentation. For online businesses, the platform that engages between the consumer and the seller, that is what I would what I would gauge as being attractive or not. If I go to a website, my business is online. So basically, I have to make sure that the website is running. It has attractive photos. It has speed, because I don't want a client to go in there and then start loading. It's always loading.
So time, that gets us to time.
Yeah.
Time is very important.
Yes.
Even the point where a consumer has inquired on something, the time that you take, the response time that you take to reply to this particular person matters.
Yeah.
Because for me, there are some things I usually look at, even if I'm buying a pillow or something, and I've inquired, and then the person takes a whole day, I will not even open that message.
Yeah.
So I think people need to understand, you need to be very prompt. If somebody has inquired at that time, you need to figure it out how you will be able to reply or respond immediately, because that is the time somebody is on their phone. Now let's get to location. You have chosen a company, you've chosen an agent, and you want to now go further to meet them or to know where they're located, because it's important, right? It's
very important.
Do you think location matters?
Yes.
Or location matters where a particular company is
situated. Yeah, definitely. Because if I'm a high-end client, I want to buy land in Karen. You can't tell me to go into Ronald Ngala. Definitely the location matters.
Ronald Ngala is in downtown.
Yeah, downtown. Like, of course, you have to have a presentation.
So you have mentioned, and also let me not even go to location now that you've said about location matters.
Yes.
Do you think the size of an office or the size of a company in terms of its how many employees it has, how big is their office, do you think that matters as well?
It matters, but not with like a high intensity, because it's relative, I can say, because you see, my reasoning would be like a bigger company would give me more confidence. Really?
So that is very true.
Yeah, so it's relative, but then equally important, I would say.
Yeah, because I think for me, I have met companies that are very big in terms of space. You enter the reception, there's just good aura, but then immediately you get inside. Now, by inside, I mean you have purchased, blah, 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 all that is when
Everything.
you realize that, oh my God, it's not as they perceived it. That just having a big office is not that
important. It's not that important.
So what would you look at? What would turn you off? And what would tell you, this is a place that I certainly want to proceed this process with? Or not. So guys, the video was quite long. This made me realize how broad the topic was. I decided to break it into parts. So please stay tuned for the next video, which will narrow down to the real estate sector. I will highlight how top customer experience is important in the sales process and how you can be able to guarantee yourself a sale as an agent or a company. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell to be able to get an alert when I put up the second part. Thank you for watching.